Hi everyone, my name's Alison. Welcome to my channel, Ancient Oak Psychic Arts. Today I'm going to do a love reading for the sign of Taurus. I'm going to go ahead and pull your overall energy, look at any guidance and advice from Spirit, and also look at any opportunities or challenges that you have coming in and how you can use that to your advantage. So if this is your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign, this is your reading. And remember, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. And just a reminder, you can go to my website, ancientoakpsychicarts.com. The link is in the description below. And there you can go ahead and sign up for the free newsletter. It's at the bottom of every single page. You can also book a personal reading, a missing person consultation, and that is where the online manifestation masterclass is going to be coming out. Look at the Learning Center. It's coming out June 1st. It's a 16-week class. If you don't know, I'm a master manifester. I am an entrepreneur. I have a business outside of doing my psychic work. I had my first business at 13 and a half. I'm about to turn 59. I love business, but you can also manifest in people, specific people, you know, a special person, whatever it is that you're looking for. Person, place, thing. Maybe it's a vacation you want to manifest in. It doesn't matter. It's learning the art of manifestation. If that is something you're interested in, definitely sign up for my newsletter. You'll be the first to know. And then also just look for that. The space is limited and we have weekly meetings. So I'm holding you accountable for the work. That way, you know, I want you to learn. Okay, you're going to be held accountable so that you can make that shift. You need to make the shift in every cell of your body. And when you do that, you too will become a manifester. Really excited for everybody. I can't wait to be able to teach that class. And then also I do private lessons, tarot, manifestation, also raising your vibration. If you're not sure what that is or you need some help, I can give you some tools to do that. We work one-on-one. I also have a section on my website called Alison's Picks. That's going to be Skin Like Butter and Roger's Hood Apothecary. If that's something you're interested in, Skin Like Butter is wonderful. She's got a couple of deals up there for everybody. Use the affiliate link. And then Roger's Hood Apothecary, I just interviewed her a couple of weeks ago, Kim from Roger's Hood. Oh my God, she's done parasite cleanses, mold cleanses. She's coming out with lymphatic cleanse in May 2025 and the fulvic soak. Really, I know it's not I know it's an uncomfortable topic for a lot of people, but it's so important. And if you can do these cleanses, you save yourself the headache and getting possibly the big C in life. So definitely go ahead and check that out and see if it's something you're interested in. I am doing her parasite cleanse right now. I'm in the process of doing the 7 days off. It's 30 days on, 7 days off. I'm going to do it again and then 7 days off and then again. So for me, I'm actually going to do it several times to just get out anything that is in me. Like I said, I've already done my first 30 days, and from what I've seen, I absolutely believe in it. And it tastes great, by the way. It is not a problem. So if it didn't taste good, I actually wouldn't be able to do it. Just a FYI. So it's fine. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So I have cleansed, shuffled, and I've meditated, and I've asked for the strongest energy to come through in the cards. And one last thing, too. As far as Kim goes, use the affiliate link to go to her site. You can download all kinds of free ebooks on this. I'm a Virgo, so I'm super health conscious, and I love this kind of stuff. You might or might not, but her information is just fantastic. She's got so much of it, and she's giving it for free. So whether you take her cleanse or somebody else's, at least you've got that information. All right. So like I said, I have cleansed, shuffled, and I've meditated, and I've asked, for the strongest energy to come through in the cards. What does the universe want to tell Taurus today? Oh my God, Taurus. The Lover's card, first card out. Taurus. Oh my God, what a fucking, excuse my language, what a great way to start. Followed by the Three of Cups. Oh my God, I love it. Let's see what else do we have in store. Two of Wands. The Justice card. We've got the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, a gift and blessing from the universe and a new beginning. For your opportunity, we've got the High Priestess. For your challenge, we've got the Five of Pentacles. Oh my God. You know it's going to be good when the first card out is the Lover's card in a love reading. Wow. So let's look around the room. We have three major arcanas. We've got the High Priestess in your opportunity. We have the Lover's card in your recent past. And in the guidance and advice from Spirit, we have the Justice card, and you have one ace that's also in the guidance and advice from Spirit, the Ace of Pentacles. All right, so here we go. So we're looking at, let me put that deck over there. So when we're looking at the first card out, and this is the Lover's card. This is about you in your recent past, maybe being involved in a relationship or looking for a relationship that's more along the lines of a soulmate. Someone that is someone that has the ability to have a long-term committed relationship, whether it's marriage or not, maybe it's living together. Someone that is deeply in alignment with you, with your morals, your ethics, your values. If you have 10 must-haves, they're hitting that 8, 9, maybe even 10. You're just destined to be together. This is like almost like past lifetimes together. This is that energy of soulmate. This is that opportunity where you talk for 5 hours. Let's say you're having a cup of coffee and it feels like 20 minutes and you don't want it to end. And that's for both parties. You both feel it. It's meant to be. That is something in your recent past. And this could be either a previous relationship or something that you're manifesting in, or it's something that that you just really want to have. I feel like this is tied into some manifestation for some of you. Then in your present energy, we've got this Three of Cups. This is you keeping your vibration high. This is you really putting yourself out there. Maybe you're going to meetup groups, you're going to gatherings, to parties. Like let's say you're a runner, you're going to a running club and you're looking for other singles, people that are high vibing, very positive and health conscious if you're a runner. So you're putting yourself out there, but I feel like you're also meeting friends. It's not just that you're meeting the soulmate. I feel like you're also meeting members of your tribe. So I think that this is like a windfall for you, Taurus. Let me turn my fan on. I'm in Florida. And so I feel like it's not just you getting like the love of a romantic relationship. You're also getting that platonic love. I think you're also getting new friends that are coming in that are vibing with you. And wow, what a beauty that is. What a treasure. You're getting both. So that just tells me that everyone's attracted to that high vibing energy. So always use your discernment, but that tells me that you've got that self-love, that self-care. You know what you want, you're figuring it out. And in your near future, this is the Two of Wands. This is literally you clarifying your intention to what it is that you want to manifest in. You're clarifying what is your definition of a soulmate. What is your definition of a long-term committed relationship? What type of person are you looking for? And by the way, what are you bringing to the relationship? It goes both ways. You also need to know your worth and value, right? So put it down on paper. You don't have to show it to anybody. Put it on paper, write it down. What kind of person are you looking for? And you probably even know what you don't want. And maybe you're about to break some patterns from other relationships that didn't work out, or you know what does work out for you and you're looking for similar patterns, right? So you're putting it down on paper. So you're looking at what that person represents, but please don't forget yourself. What do you bring to the table? You need to know your worth and value, right? Because you don't want to settle for someone and you don't want someone else to also take advantage of you. So you want it to be a nice relationship with a give and take where both people are working together and you know your worth and value. So definitely do that for yourself. You're clarifying again what your intentions are, what the type of person you're looking for, the type of relationship you want. This could even tie into logistics, geographical. Maybe you live in different areas. Is one person willing to move, and will that work out with work or working from home, or what is it that you want to do? You're clarifying that intention. All right, let's go ahead and get some clarifiers. Beautiful energy. Oh my God. Really. What a great way to start a love reading, Taurus. All right, here we go. We've got the Nine of Swords. We've got the King of Cups. We've got the Six of Swords, the Two of Swords, the World card, and the Queen of Swords. So you are really worrying about this. I'm just going to tell you that. This is really on your mind. You're thinking a lot about it. Let's start with your recent past with the Lovers. Okay, and that is being clarified by the Nine of Swords and the King of Cups. This is you over processing it in your head. You're thinking about it, but you're thinking about it by worrying instead. So tap back into that positiveness, that confidence, right? That inner strength and courage. This is more fear-based. This is something that's keeping you up at night. It's creating anxiety, guilt, shame. You know, like, is it going to work? It's a lot of worry. So get a grip on your thoughts. That's your recent past. But we also have this King of Cups. So this is talking about a lot of love that's coming in. And he's really tapped into his intuition. So I think if you feel into things, get in touch with your emotions, get a grip on your over-processing in your head, and start grounding yourself, I think you'll realize what it is that you're looking for. And I think that, again, it's coming down to love. I just want to show you the two cards, the clarifiers. This is love and this is fear. So this is where you're open, right? The whole world's in love when you're in love. Everything's beautiful and grand. When you're in fear mode, you're in survival mode. And when you're in survival mode, your aperture is very narrow. It's like food, shelter, water. You don't really care about love because you've got other things to deal with. Love takes the back seat. So it's getting a grip and getting that balance back into play, because this is your current energy, and your energy is so beautiful, but the clarifiers are showing it's a little more complicated what it is that you've got going on. There might be a push-pull, a back and forth. Maybe you haven't dated for a while. Maybe you're looking for a new relationship, right? And maybe you're having to put yourself out there and it's a little uncomfortable. And this is where this energy might be coming from. Maybe you're over processing. Maybe you had a bad breakup and you actually didn't even want to break up with that person, and you're still processing that. You're still going through that. Whatever it is for you, it's really about quelling that sense of fear, because that's something that's in your head. It's not like there's somebody waiting outside your front door to jump you, right? That's a legitimate fear. This is where you're really in your head. It's your thoughts. And so it's quieting the mind. Maybe take a walk, take a salt bath, you know, have those ions that are around you. Do something that's very calming and very relaxing. That's your recent past. Now we look at your present energy with this Three of Cups. So that Three of Cups, about celebrating, again, that's going to be platonic and romantic relationships. I don't feel that it's just love with that card for you. I feel that you're more expansive, that you're bigger than that. I feel like you have a lot of abundance coming in as far as relationships go. That could even be a pet, right? You're getting, you know, friends, a lover, and a pet. I mean, it's like love is like, it's just wide open for you, Taurus. Okay, so that Three of Cups is being clarified by the Six of Swords and the Two of Swords. So swords are thoughts, words, ideas. That's what's in your head right now. This tells me that you're moving on. So you're moving in your present energy. You're moving past this, right? That's a good thing. So you're leaving troubled waters behind. That's your emotions, and you're moving on to calmer shores. You are literally moving on. There's light at the end of the tunnel. What's coming in for you? You're also tapped into your intuition. Again, swords are thoughts, words, they're ideas. And so this is you being indecisive. So you're forced to tap into your intuition. You can't see. You're not sure this or that, you know, right or left. You're not really sure. So you're being asked to go within to use your intuition. There is something from your past. That's what this moon is representing, that is still lingering there for you. Maybe some memories, some old relationships. Could even be something that stings you, but you're intellectualizing it, right? This is not cups. Cups are your emotions. These are swords, thoughts, words, ideas. So you're thinking about something from the past. And I like the fact that you're thinking about it and it's not controlling you emotionally. Because if it was still controlling you emotionally, then you're still in the throes of getting through something, and it's going to be that emotional turmoil. So I like the fact that you're just having that type of intellectual recognition for it. That's going to make it easier for you to have more of a stable, grounded, secure type relationship when the next one is coming in, because that first card is the Lover's card, and that you have a lot of choices coming in. You're meeting a lot of people. All right, so now that was your present energy. Now let's look at your near future, which is this Two of Wands. This is clarifying your intention, and that is being clarified by the World card and the Queen of Swords. So this World card is about you stepping through this portal. It's about you really taking all your knowledge and your wisdom from all the past life lessons that you've learned in relationships up until this point, and you're carrying that with you as you're going into this new relationship with friends, with lovers, with pets. Like I said, it's I feel like it's all encompassing, but this is a love reading. So I feel like you're taking everything that you've learned from that, and that is what you're using as you're going forward. This is a transitional card. This is the World. Then you cycle back to the Fool, which is the 0 in the major arcana, and you start the Fool's journey again. It's the next chapter of your life, but you're taking the knowledge and wisdom with you. You have a compassionate review of your life, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. Because this is a love reading, you're looking at the types of relationships you've had. When you're looking at love relationships, you are looking at romantic relationships, platonic relationships, familial relationships, what your relationship was with your parents, also with your siblings, because that also comes into play. It makes it a little more complicated, but you're looking at what is coming and you're looking at the structure. And I think that this is a really positive thing for you. This tells me that you're looking for truth. Her head is above the clouds. She can see things very clearly now. When her head was down here, she could not see clearly. There was a lot of confusion, a lot of cloudiness. Things might have been obscure. Now her head is above the clouds. She sees very clearly. She sees the truth, or sort of truth. This is transformational for her. Her back is to the past. It's looking towards your future. This is, again, the new chapter in your life. You're walking through the world, headed back to the Fool, and you're taking all that knowledge, wisdom, and truth with you. Very transformational. I think you really want a positive relationship, but you are focused on the rational part of it, the practicality of it. You know, you're not going to be fooled by anything. You're going to see through anybody. You're making sure that what people say, that they are backed up by their actions. I think that now you have the clarity to see through something. Maybe somebody talks themselves up and you see that they're full of shit, right? So I think that this is really important because a lot of that is going on in society. There's a lot of fantastic people out there. I meet them all the time. I'm just saying that this is something that is really good for you to use your discernment. You're able to also use your intuition to feel into that, because you are definitely moving into a really high vibing positive space. All right, Taurus, that is what I have for you for your energy. Now we're going to go ahead and look at the guidance and advice from Spirit. We have these 3 cards, the Justice card, the 6 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. A gift and blessing from the universe, a new beginning. Wow. So let's take a look. First card out, the Justice card. This is you bringing your life back into balance. Spirit is saying that. So again, if you've been in a bad relationship, you've learned your lesson. That's the knowledge and the wisdom that you're bringing forth, and that's allowing you to choose more wisely this time around, looking for any red flags if there are any, and you're bringing your life into balance, which was the love relationship that's coming is going to be coming into balance. Remember, that's a soulmate. The Lover's card was the very first card that was pulled. That's amazing. This is everything coming into this cause and effect, this balance, you know, doing what is right, things that are in alignment for you. This is you not having to compromise yourself. And when the right person is there, they don't have to compromise themselves either. It's almost like, you know, you see some people that really want a relationship with someone so bad, and then they feel like they're walking on eggshells because that person can't handle maybe their opinion or something else. And so they're always being very careful. That's not a good relationship to be in. You should be able to be yourself. I think you're going to. That's just an example. So yeah, this is something that's really lining up for you. And then the second card that's here, and we'll get clarifiers in a minute, is the 6 of Pentacles. This is you being open to receive. So maybe you're a giver. Maybe you do a lot of giving. Well, now it's up to you to also be on the receiving end. This relationship will be a give and take, and to be open to that, be open to receive. Of course, be open to give, but definitely make sure that you allow the other person to give something to you. Some people turn things down. Oh, I don't want that. Oh, no, 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 no. But you know what? It makes the other person feel good when they can give something to you too. So be comfortable with that give and take that's coming in. And that can be with emotions. It can be with physical gifts or items, or it could be cooking. I mean, whatever it is, it's that beautiful give and take, that ebb and flow in the relationship. I feel a lot of balance is coming in this relationship. Then the third card is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a literal golden opportunity in a relationship. It's a new beginning. So with that Lover's card and this card, wow, that tells me that you definitely have something coming your way. It's about you using your discernment to be able to see it when it shows up. This is something that's going to be very practical, grounded, stable, secure. This is something that is really going to work out for you in the 3D, right? And by 3D, I'm talking about relationships in general. I'm talking about career and, you know, everything else in the 3D. But because this is a love reading, we're looking at relationships. We're looking at the balance in the relationship, the give and take. We're looking at the idea of love, location, living. You know, what is your definition of love? Does it jive with the other person? It's that kind of energy. All right, let's go ahead and get some clarifiers. Oh my God, how beautiful. So we have the marriage card that came out, and I'll show you in just a second. The Four of Wands with the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Tower, the Five of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. Okay. So with this Justice card, right, bringing things back into balance, things that are really in alignment for you, it's being clarified by the Four of Wands and the Three of Swords. This is the card of marriage. This is the card of freedom. It's the gateway is open. It's 11-11. These are things really lining up for you. You're celebrating these milestones like marriage, like a graduation, right? This could be you celebrating some insight into what you have into relationships and the patterns that you've had. It could be freedom in you being able to see it for what it is now. That's huge when you can call it out, because a lot of people, they don't want to see things for what they are. They fool themselves. I think that you've had a lot of clarity. And this is you celebrating that clarity, that freedom. This is the card of celebration. You're celebrating it. This is the card where it's commitment. It like I said, marriage. So having a beautiful, balanced relationship, committed, long-term, monogamous type relationship, that's what's coming in. If you want it, this is what guidance and advice is. Heal your heart. Have that self-love. Heal that heart, and it's going to make it even stronger. Pull one sword out at a time and heal that. Now, swords are thoughts, words, and ideas. This is a memory of maybe a previous relationship. Maybe someone in a relationship prior said some hurtful things. So maybe they're words, and you're pulling that out and you're taking away the power of those words, right? So, you know, it could be maybe someone called you a narcissist when you're not, because that's a term that gets thrown around a lot. People like to say that if somebody doesn't do what they want them to do, they call them a narcissist. There are narcissists out there, but to use that every other term, I mean, I see it all the time with my clients, that one person will call that against the other person, and now they're doubting themselves, which is horrible. So maybe that's an ugly word that was thrown at you. You can take that word out, heal your heart, know that you're not maybe what that person called you, or that you don't let that sting you and scar you, right? You start healing your heart again. All right, then we have this Six of Pentacles. This is about you being open to receive. So it's a give and take, right? And it's being clarified by the Five of Swords and the Tower. So to be open to receive, this is someone that they're just a taker. They've taken all the swords. So keep your eye out for someone that takes and takes and takes and doesn't give anything back. Spirit is saying, keep your eye open for that. So again, look at their actions, right? You're looking at it, and you want to make sure that you don't wind up with someone that can't give, right? There needs to be this balance, this give and take. This is someone that's just a taker. He's taken all the swords. So keep your eye out for that and stay away from that. You might have a Tower moment coming in. This is you being brought back down to your foundation, back down to reality. These people are up in the tower and they've lost touch with reality. They are living an illusion, or they're delusional. It could be either one. And now they're being brought back down to their reality. This is spirit stepping in and releasing what no longer serves you, what's not working in your best interest. It might not feel good at the time, but it's a good release because it releases you from something and it allows something bigger, better, and more beautiful to come in. Tower moments can be a week, 2 weeks, or up to years. It depends on the incident and what's actually happening. But when they're done, you can look behind you and be like, oh my God, I see now why that had to happen. It might not feel good at the time, but it helps clear way for something else to come in. All right, so that is part of that. So maybe it's clearing house of some people that are just takers. And maybe that's what's going to come in. Maybe you've been in it for so long that you can't see that, whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship, because I feel like you have a lot of things coming in, even though this is a love reading. Okay, then we have our final card in the guidance and advice from Spirit, and this is the Ace of Pentacles, that golden opportunity in a relationship. And it's being clarified by the Five of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Well, this Five of Wands is about strife. It's about drama. So you have a golden opportunity for a relationship for you to avoid drama. Drama is not the direction you want to go in. If you are the creator of drama, then you need to look at yourself and address something that's going on with you. But this is about you looking for drama, to not be caught up in it, to see it for what it is. With this King of Pentacles, he's worked really hard to get to this position. He knows his worth and value. He knows his worth and value of the Pentacle. So because this is a love reading, the Pentacles representing relationships, platonic, romantic, a pet. So he knows his worth and value, and the worth and value of a good, solid relationship based on truth, honesty, love, everything that's beautiful in a relationship. And he knows that. And he's looking for that. And look, Taurus. So, I mean, this is really something that's going to be very important for you. But he's worked really hard to get to this position. That tells me that it's about you keeping your eyes open. And look at this. Keeping your eyes open for someone that is just a taker and someone that wants drama. And that's what you are wanting to avoid. That is excellent advice for the guidance and advice from Spirit, regardless of what your sign is. I know this is for Taurus, but that's excellent advice. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and look at your opportunity and your challenge. Your opportunity is the High Priestess. Your opportunity is to see between the two worlds, the light and the dark, and to be tapped into Source. This is about you tapping into your intuition to really feel into things. This is an opportunity for you to use your intuition when you're looking at people, when you're looking at relationships, when you're feeling into the kind of relationship that you're looking for. It's you tapping into your intuition. And I think your intuition will guide you. Your intuition will also tell you if there's a red flag. Okay, if you're a male or female, it'll tell you if there's a red flag, and pay attention. Observe it. Look at it. Is that the direction you want to go in? If not, get out fast so that way you don't have that emotional attachment. Don't go on, if it's the first date and you see a bunch of red flags, don't go on the second date. That should be enough for you to sever that tie and wait for the right person to come in. So just keep that in mind. Tap into your intuition. Look at red flags. Look at signs. Don't ignore them. They're being shown to you for a reason. That's part of the problem when people get involved in bad relationships. They ignore the signs, and when it's over, they're like, oh my God, you know, when so-and-so did that, I should have listened, but I just decided to look the other way, or I didn't think it was a big deal, or whatever the reason is. Pay attention. Use your intuition. Then we have your challenge. The challenge is the Five of Pentacles. This is you being in survival mode. This is the card of lack. So, is the challenge position impossible? No. The challenge position just means you have to work a little harder at it to achieve it. And then when you do, it's incredibly rewarding. So the challenge position is the card of lack. It's you getting out of survival mode. So for those of you that feel like it's a struggle to get in a relationship right now, or to to either fathom a relationship, even though you want one, or to find someone. That could be a problem too. Whatever that might be for you, it's about you raising your vibration and getting into that mode. So this is the card of lack. How you get out, you focus on your strength. Know your worth and value, right? Know how to get out of this feeling of fear, of being trapped, being in survival mode. Look at your strengths and start working towards that. That's your way out. But I'm going to get clarifiers also. All right. We've got the 6 of Wands. We've got the 10 of Wands. We have the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. Okay, so for your opportunity to tap into your intuition and feel between the two worlds and really use your intuition for this, getting that beautiful divine guidance and the trust of your heart, you have 2 action cards. They're wands. Victory and success after a struggle. And we've got the 10 of Wands, taking on too many burdens. This is you paying attention to where your energy is going. So while you're tapped into your intuition, that will bring you victory and success. Trust your intuition and it won't steer you wrong. But this might be you taking on too much. Maybe you have too many responsibilities in your life right now, and that might interfere with you finding somebody. Maybe you don't have enough time to date. Maybe you're so busy that you can't even enjoy the date when you're on it because you're thinking about something else that you've got going. Pay attention to where your energy is going and call some back. So he's chosen to take on these 10 responsibilities, right? Because it's a 10. Let's just use this as an example. Give back some, maybe dial it back to 7 or 8. That way you're open to having a relationship. If you've got so many burdens, maybe you don't even have time for someone in your life right now. A lot of people do that. They're workaholics. They've got 2 or 3 jobs, or they just have one job, maybe that's working 80 hours a week, whatever it might be, and maybe it's really hard for them to work that in. If you want a relationship, you need to do the time. You need to be able to have that time for someone, just like they need to have that time for you, and to be consistent and to know that you have that work-life balance. This is not a balance. This is someone that's taken on too much and they're about to burn out. The next stage for me, when I read for people and when they have this card, if they don't take a time out, the next stage is that their body is physically sick. They get a cold, they get the flu. Then they're forced to take a time out and to delegate their responsibilities to other people or give some back because they can't do it. They're sick in bed. So for me, this is really you kind of being on that precipice where you really need to start looking at where your energy is going. That is your opportunity. You have an opportunity for victory and success after a struggle. Here's the card of strife. This is the 5 before you get to that 6. This is what you don't want. You're overcoming that drama. All right. Now we're going to look at your challenge. Your challenge is this 5 of Pentacles to get out of survival mode. They're so much in survival mode that they're missing these gifts and blessings from the universe because they're only focused on this fear base. They've got that narrow aperture, just like with that 9 of Swords. So it's being clarified by, that's Pentacles, it's being clarified by 2 sword cards. Remember, thoughts, words, ideas. The 8 of Swords and the 7. They came out this way, but the 7 and the 8, right? So this is about you having a self-imposed restriction. This tells me you feel very trapped. So when you're in survival mode, yes, you do feel trapped. You don't see a way out because your aperture is so narrow and you just want to, find those basic necessities. And that's what's kind of happening here. You feel very intellectually trapped, but you're not. She's just got a ribbon. If she could lean up against a sword, she could rub that ribbon. It will drop to the ground. She can reach up, take the blindfold off, and then walk away. She's only seen one way out or no way out, and that's that self-imposed restriction. So when you're in survival mode, that's what it is. We also have the 7 of Swords. It's about you being really strategic about how you get out of survival mode and not go back. Again, you focus on your strengths, right? So when you're strategic, you want to focus on your strengths. You want to have it work out in your best interest, right? You want to be in a beautiful, loving, committed relationship. That's the goal, unless you're a psychopath, right? That's the goal. It's my sense of humor. All right. So that is your opportunity. That's your challenge. It's there for everybody, but not everybody grabs it, yet it is available. Ah, my nose, excuse me. So if you could, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And leave a comment if this resonates with you. And definitely leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. You know I'm getting ready to travel to New Zealand and Australia the end of May. I'm super excited for that. Half my clients are over there. So sign up for the newsletter if you're over there and you have first shot at signing up for a personal reading with me. Also, check out my interviews, especially with Kim Rogers. That's the latest one where we talk about the parasite cleanses, the mold cleanse, and then also the lymphatic cleanse. And I go live twice a week if you don't know that. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays, it's Tarot Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I answer your questions. Thursday, it's the morning, so it's 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I answer your questions. It's a lot of fun. If you've never seen a previous episode, definitely watch one and you'll get an idea what it's like. It is by donation. People submit their questions in advance through PayPal or Venmo, or live PayPal, Venmo, or Super Chat. And it is, like I said, it's really a lot of fun. Check it out if that's something you're interested in. If you don't even know what to ask, just say what I say. What does the universe want to tell me today? And we pull cards. All right, everybody. Sending you lots of love. Bye for now. Oh, don't forget to check out the membership. I forgot all about that. So YouTube's been asking me to launch a membership. And so that is now on the channel. If that's something you're interested in, there's 3 different tiers. So definitely take a look at it. I am going to be doing a separate video. And in fact, I think I'll do that right now to go ahead and announce that so people know what's out there. All right, everybody. Lots of love. Bye.